fellow kids. It is Wednesday, January something. I don't know. It's been about 2 weeks since I made one of these. Um, Things have just been kind of the same. I hit a little rut mentally where it was just like obnoxious to keep doing the same thing over and over, but got a little weekend trip in, stayed on track with the diet this past weekend for the most part. So goals are back in line, and I'm a little reinvigorated. I know it doesn't sound like it because it's early in the morning and there's snow everywhere and I'm freezing cold. But here at Iron Body, we're going to go do about 45 minutes of cardio, about 4 rounds of posing. I've got a 2-hour delay at work, thankfully, so knock this out. I actually coach it's not a CrossFit class, but it's like a CrossFit type of class at a different gym this evening. After I get that done, because of the snow on Monday, I missed a workout. So yesterday I did chest and back together. Normally I do hamstrings with back on that day. So tonight I'm just going to have to make it a late session and do hamstrings, maybe some calves or something else to go with it, just so it's not so monotonous. But that'll probably be at Barbenders. So I will be at 3 different gyms throughout the course of prep today. This isn't a typical day, but I thought it might be an interesting one to give you guys a little glimpse behind. So I'm not going to show you anything in here. I'm just going to go walk on the treadmill for 45, do some posing practice. I will check back in with you guys when I am probably sitting at my desk eating my first meal of the day. This is all fasted, if I didn't clarify that before. So for now, crush your goals, work harder. Let's go, guys. You guys are my team. Be back. I'm not waiting till my desk to show you what breakfast is because I am hungry and I don't feel like waiting that long. I'm a little early for work, so I will microwave this when I get into work and slam it down. 150 grams, I weighed it raw, of 95% ground beef and just 200 grams of egg whites. So I'll microwave it and I'll smash it to bits together, and it'll be like an egg white omelet, basically. And then I stocked up on some coffee, so I'll have probably 2 cups of coffee with breakfast. I didn't mention it, but when I was going in to do cardio just now, I used some EAAs from Raw. I can't find them, but it's really just a way to flavor my water. There's some research that shows it may help stop muscle breakdown when you're not given the protein necessary for protein synthesis to occur. So I think it's just a placebo thing, honestly, but it makes my half gallon of water on the treadmill in the morning taste better. So whether it works or not, I don't know, but it's probably better than just like a Crystal Light if I was to put some money on it. So that's kind of how I use it. So we'll slam down breakfast. It's mostly just, I think it's like 52, 53 grams of protein, a few grams of fat from the ground beef. Pretty much all of my carbs now, I'm trying to make sure they're centered near my workout. Lunch, I still give myself a few potatoes with lunch, but other than that, if it's not a vegetable, then most of the faster acting carbs, my rices, my oats, my cream of rice, things like that, my fruit, everything like that, that's going in and around the workout, just to make sure that training quality stays as high as possible. So next time I'm going to hit you guys is around lunch. That's probably about 3 hours of my time. So yeah, let me hit you then. Oh, what's up, friends? Lunchtime. We are back. For lunch, I have 6 ounces of chicken cooked, about 250 grams of potatoes. I weighed them raw and then I cook them in the air fryer. heat them back up in the microwave with my lunch. I would normally like to have a vegetable with this meal also. The snow this past weekend made it harder to get to the store, so I'm working with what I've got right now. About 55-ish grams of protein, maybe 38 grams of carbs, 6 grams of fat, if I remember correctly. Daily calorie total was still only around 900 after meal number 2 here. 2,500 is the goal by the end of the day. I'm just making sure I keep that spaced out, make sure I'm not starving when I get to my workout. I have good fuel for before and after. I'm also having a Sprite Zero. If you're wondering what are the health benefits to having a Sprite Zero, I would say that it is yummy and delicious, and it has 0 calories. So that's really that. Stuff like that'll get cut out like the week or two before the show, just in case it makes me hold a little bit more water. There's some sodium, some things like that. So it's not something I overindulge on, but it's something that helps me get through these little dry spells of not much flavor, right? That's really all I got for now. I've got another little tiny meal I'll show you guys in a couple hours. Another small meal that I'll eat before my late workout. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Ooh, what's up, guys? We are back with definitely the smallest meal of the day. I ran to Kroger. I got some vegetables, some oats, fruit tomorrow. I just realized I was going to be really hungry if I didn't have some vegetables in this meal, and I still have to work out later. So this one's pretty low carb still. I've got more of the beef that I had with breakfast, about 125 grams of 95%. Weighed that raw. That comes out to like 25 grams of protein. So I'm trying to get a protein feeding like every 3 to 4 hours on like clockwork, basically. That's the main reason this meal is as small as it is, because it's kind of just here to keep protein synthesis going and keep me from losing my mind because I'm hungry at the same time, right? So I have this. I have about 2.5 hours until I coach my class tonight, and then about 38 minutes to an hour after that starts is when I'll get to eat my pre-workout meal. Just depends how long class lasts and everything. So eating this now will make sure I'm on track with protein every 3 or 4 hours, and it'll set me up to have something a little bit more filling right before I go into workout. Have something a lot more filling after the workout to replenish all those stores. It's just going to keep me in a good spot going into the rest of the week. So I'm going to chow down on this, and then I'll get back to the rest of the workday. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, hey guys. About 7 o'clock now. I'm going to go hit Hamstrings. I'll make the pre-workout. I put 5 grams of creatine in there, which is now what's holding up the camera, so I won't show you that. Liquid glycerol. 2 scoops of non-stim from Raw. So we'll house that on the way. I'm going to sit here for about 3 minutes and scarf down this. I made this last night. It's just like 50 grams of oats, 100 grams of berries, and a scoop of chocolate, hot cocoa, isolate protein. I don't remember the macros. I'm not going to go check right now. I'm just trying to get to the gym. I'll record a little bit while I work out at least. Make sure you see some of that. Yeah, I'll catch you guys over at Barbenders. All right, first set. I don't normally record or talk in here, so I'll just be the weird dude talking to himself. How about that? Hamstrings are warmed up. Locked in. 145. A little pre-stretch. Good first set. Oh. All right. Second set up to 175. Just see what we'll do there. Probably a little heavier than maybe. I want to go home me tonight, so I'm gonna throw in a superstar this moment, but just a drop set. Starting at 130. Push it maybe 2x 130, and then drop it down to probably 100. See what we get to failure. Oh. 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 Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, that's it on this machine. Alright, guys. This machine looks fun. It's just a single leg standing slash kneeling leg curl. Probably 2 or 3 more sets here. We'll call hamstrings done. Uh, it's a machine I don't normally get to use, but I think it's a good change of pace. Sorry for the angle you got. Oh, 18. Got a match. Oh yeah, good set. Oh, I think two more here. So sorry for the angle on that first set, but depending who you are, I guess you're welcome. Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. One more set. It's really tempting to just keep going for like an hour and blast the hell out of my instruments. Um, I'm just making up the volume on this. I still need to be able to train in the ground on Saturday. So, I'm gonna hit this set really hard and then probably just find somewhere to pause a little bit. Bring that to that. Okay, yeah. That's
Over the past few weeks.
all right, friends. Last time we will talk today. It's like 8:15. Just got out of Barbenders. I'm gonna eat my post workout. I've got, I don't even know. It's a bunch of oats again. 2 scoops of protein this time instead of 1, and 150 grams of berries instead of 100. This is just where the carbs made more sense after instead of before today, just because of the schedule. I normally don't have oats twice in a day. It just made the most sense prep wise today, so I was a little flexible in that regard. My macros and calories, I was still right on point with where I want to be. If I remember, I will add in somewhere around here totals for the day. I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna prep for tomorrow. I normally like to already have that done by now, but it's been a long day. And then for the last meal of the day, it's just gonna be 6 ounces of chicken breast, and I think I logged 100 grams of asparagus, a decent amount of asparagus. But I don't like carbs before bed for the most part. This here will fill me up pretty well, and then hopefully that will satiate me enough to get a good night's sleep. wake up tomorrow, do it all over again. Wake up Saturday, do it all over again. It's kind of a theme, right? This coming Saturday will be 7 weeks out, so 7.5, 8 right now, whatever it is. That was a quick hamstring workout. I think I did 6 sets. Normally, hamstrings is right after back in the same session for me during this cycle. The snow day, I couldn't get to the gym Monday, threw me off. So yesterday I had more time. I threw chest and back into one longer session. Made sure I was fueled up for that. And then today I just hit the same volume for hamstrings that I normally hit after back. So it was just 6 sets. I got my posing in this morning. I got more posing in. You saw some of that this evening. And then I got 15 minutes on the Stairmaster, 45 minutes of incline treadmill throughout the day today. A successful day. I feel accomplished. I feel tired, ready for bed. So I did something right. Try to get one of these out next week. No promises. If mental health isn't quite there, all my energy is going into making sure I show up on stage ready to go. So if I just don't have the capacity to make a video one of these weeks, like last week, I just won't, right? Like, this isn't my job right now. This is something I'm doing for fun. I'm documenting it because I'm passionate about it, and I hope I can maybe connect or at least help someone out there with these videos. So I'm just going to do them. I'm going to do them weekly, but if something's wrong in the head, or I just know that that energy that the videos require could be better suited towards somewhere else in prep, then that's where it's going to go. It's not that this is an afterthought. It's just that I know this won't mean anything if I don't hit these goals that I'm striving for. So the goals are always going to come first. Like always, if you guys have any comments, questions, whatever, drop them below. I would love to chat. Other than that, just keep working harder, guys. Proud of me, proud of you. Peace out.